So today I did research early in the morning. I did go for my morning constitutional also at the usual time, around 5:30. Then I did research. I was researching the Picasso-Braque collaboration. So I printed out stuff after that. I read it on. I printed it out at the computer terminal number one. I read it at the main desk. I took notes, and then I think I went back and did more research, printed out more stuff, took notes, eventually wrote ref cards, I call them index cards of the salient points. Took that to the computer terminal 2, then that was after I went out for a bit in the field. This was in the lab. I'll talk about that after, but in the lab I went to computer terminal 2, I transcribed the index cards onto the computer, and then I wrote an anti-log, I called them, the logs, or all of this which I started in the morning too. I wrote logs about all of this, so I'm documenting and logging as I'm going. The thing I did, I went in the field. I did some recordings for someone and played some music and little job I had to do, and then I came back. I started thinking about like the work stream. It's like because I do I'm like a field archivist, if you will, of the landscapes, like the soundscapes, the ambient spaces. I record audio outside in the field. I take different ways of taking in the experiences and documenting it. So I came back. I thought a lot about the things like the work streams, the interwoven streams of thought, and how you can move like from one stream to another stream. And I was thinking too of the world stream, like the whole world, all the workspaces and living spaces, life spaces, complex streams. I was thinking like routing algorithms and scheduling algorithms. Anyways, got back home. I did more research and looked over my notes for preparation for a video that I didn't get to do. The Picasso-Braque collaboration. They saw the studio as a laboratory for aesthetic exploration. They searched for common language, for a sort of anonymity. It's like they were looking for anonymous art, and it talks about autonomous art too, I think. Anyways, I did other research, printed it out. I go back from station to station, to medium, from task to task. I wrote a global research schema for my research. I also got I had the technical specification of my methodology, ALX methodology. I got an extensible faceted schema, version 1.0 for ALX. I got posted those and other notes onto onto the index cards onto the bulletin board, corkscrew board, whatever, cork board, and I wrote there about the nonlinear polytextual practice, my research methods. You read literature, experimental design, field art, field work, which I did some of today. I'm an art operator, art ops in a box because it's a witness box. That's what Historiotech means. It's a box, a witness box. So Picasso and Braque saw the studio space as a research laboratory. I went over Claude Bernard's an introduction to the study of experimental methods in medicine, whatever, experimental medicine. Emile Zona's experimental novel. Thought about Burroughs, his cut-up novels. He was an interdisciplinary art researcher. Um, Thought about the aesthetic problems and elegant solutions to them. I think that Picasso and Braque saw themselves as craftsmen, artisans. It was impersonal authorship. See, they weren't about the romantic notion of the genius artist. So I did all of this today. Like, I took a lot of notes too in my other notebook about some of the same things I was just talking about. They're not solitary geniuses, tragic geniuses like Van Gogh. They didn't want to be impressionists. Uh, so the polytextual ref card pipeline, one of my research methods. This polytextual is distributed. I use different notebooks, different media, different disciplines. I switch every 15 minutes roughly. I'm working on a painting that I want to make, another grandiose history painting. I want to do some portraits of Picasso, of Feldenkrais, of Walter Benjamin. Uh, what else? Like the same time, I'm managing like household chores and different jobs that I have to do. Got some materials from my my research, like index cards and little sticky notes that I like to put in books as bookmarks, and got a new notebook and paper for my printer. That's about it for today. I want to make the video, but I'm not sure. I think I'll just make this audio. It's not a morning constitutional. We'll call it an evening constitutional.